How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sick Eric Tech, and today I wanted to talk about LG. Yes, again, trying to keep these videos to a minimal on LG devices, but we're going to be talking about LG going into 2023 and on how these devices would fare in 2023. Now, I've sort of been using all my LG devices since December. I did start off with my LG V60 that I just gotten from Swappa. Of course, y'all know I've already had an LG V60 in white, and I just got this one in blue off of Swappa for like, I think it was like $160, $170, which is freaking insane. And I've been using this one since December, and I'm have no regrets whatsoever. I've sort of been doing an LG challenge since I got this device, and like I said, I got this off of Swappa in excellent condition. No complaints here with the LG V60. It actually looks really good. Minimal scratches on the screen, but not too serious. Slap a screen protector on there, you'll be okay. But I have been using this device ever since then, and I went on from the V60 on over to the LG Velvet right here. And then I started using this one for a week or so. And again, I'm going to share my thoughts on all of these devices on how they fare in 2023. And I could say that using these devices, I have no regrets. I did not look back on any of them. I wasn't missing anything when I was using my V60. I wasn't like, oh my god, I wish I missed my Pixel 7 Pro or I missed my Galaxy S22 Ultra. None of that when I was using the V60. I was using it just like a regular phone. Everything on here works. The performance is amazing. Cameras are really good with that 64 megapixel camera. Ultra wide camera, that's pretty much all you need. Yeah, sure, there's no telephoto, but that's fine. Snapdragon 865 processor is chugging along just great. No issues with performance, and the battery life is really good. I went from the LG V60 and I tried out my Pixel 7 Pro for like a day, and I couldn't do it. For some reason, my Pixel 7 Pro, the battery life was so bad compared to the V60, so I went back. And then I went on over to the LG Velvet, and while the performance isn't quite as good as the V60, still really good, but still not as good as the 8 gigabytes of RAM compared to just 6 over here on the Velvet. Again, no regrets. I was not regretting anything. I was using this phone how it's supposed to be used, and the LG Velvet, you forget how elegant this phone is, just how it looks, and you forget just how elegant it feels in the hand. Like, this is a very unique phone. It's very tall, it's very slim, and it's just crazy on how this phone looks, on how it feels. It feels like one of those special, elegant, $2,000 smartphones they make. This phone just feels really good, and again, way under $200 you could find this phone for right now, and it's just, again, no regrets on here. Sure, the battery life isn't as good as the V60 over here, but it's not by much. I think it undercuts the V60 by like maybe an hour or so, but not much as far as battery life goes on the Velvet. And of course the cameras aren't going to be as good as the V60, but still, all of these devices, considering the fact that you could buy these for $200 or maybe even less, especially the G8, and still get quality performance out of all of these. You can't even buy a budget phone at this price range. It's going to be pure crap. These devices right here, you could buy really cheap and still use them every day. All of these are running Android 12. Keep that in mind with December security patches. The G8 over here might be the weakest one when it comes down to performance and battery, but the G8 surprised the hell out of me as well. The G8 just got Android 12 after a year of no updates, and I'm currently using this right now as my daily driver. I started, I think it was sometime the end of last week, and I started using the G8. And again, the only thing you're missing here is 5G. Pretty much it. Cameras on here are all still really good. The G8 could still keep up with camera, and ever since this Android 12 update on the G8, battery life surprised the hell out of me. Like, compared to other days, or back in the days of using this device before Android 12, battery life was absolute shit on the LG G8, and now it's actually keeping up with like the LG Velvet, and there's a 3800 milliamp hour battery in here, and I'm surprised. Like, after an 8-hour night at work of using this device, I left work with like maybe 30%, and that's comparable to my Pixel 7 Pro, and that's just streaming music, you know, watching a couple of videos, you know, listening to Audible and things like that. But the G8 actually has improved in battery life with this Android 12 update. Like, it surprised me. At a 3800 milliamp hour battery, I was not expecting this kind of battery life on here, and it's doing really well. Like, I'm not having to charge this thing, you know, throughout the day or anything. It's lasting quite some time. It's keeping up with the Velvet, and the Velvet's what, I think this is the 4300 milliamp hour battery. This is the T-Mobile variant. LG, of course, the V60 is a 5000 milliamp hour battery. The V60 is obviously going to be the best in battery life, but all of these coming in at second, coming in at third, but not by much. Like, the G8 definitely has improved with that Android 12 update, and all of these are fantastic devices going into 2023. And the fact that we're still going to get updates for these, probably Android 13 is already slated for the LG Velvet in Korea, so there's only a matter of time before it starts trickling down to the US. The V60, hopefully we do get LG Android 13 over here. The G8, I'm not quite sure it's going to see Android 13. I think this might have been the last update for the G8, but still, we still might get security patches for all of these devices, which is fantastic. And going into 2023, I think if you want a quality flagship smartphone and you don't want to have to spend the money, you know, $1,000 on a brand new smartphone, go with an older flagship used, and as long as it looks new and looks good and performs fine, I don't see the problem there. And you're saving yourself some money, you're getting yourself a nice performing smartphone. All of these smartphones aren't going to have overheating issues that you have on mostly all of these new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, Snapdragon 888 processors. You're going to be able to use all of these just fine, especially if you're outdoors recording video. These are still going to keep recording video. They're not going to start crapping out on you when they get too hot. They're going to keep on going when it comes down to recording video. Anything, the Snapdragon 855 over here running just fine. Snapdragon 765, great. Not as good as the Snapdragon 865 over here on the V60s, but they're all still doing good. The 855 still keeps up with most tasks, and it's still a pretty snappy phone. Yeah, no high refresh rates over here, that's fine. They're all 1080p, other than the G8 is a 1440p display, but I run it at 1080p because honestly, I'm so used to it already. So all of these LG devices going into 2023, I think are still a good buy, especially if you're able to find these. All of these can be had for like $200, guys. That is insane for a quality, nice feeling flagship smartphone. For under $200 is freaking insane. And they're not budget phones, they're still quality. You know, as far as performance, you're still gonna get a lot of bang for your money for under $200 on all of these devices. You're better off buying one of these older flagships than a budget phone from nowadays. It's pretty much a cheap processor made out of plastic and not going to do much as far as productivity goes. So LG going into 2023, I still think they're worth it. As long as these devices are still getting updates, I highly recommend an LG device used in good condition in 2023. As long as we still get those security patch updates, these are all still usable phones. These are all still fantastic phones in my opinion, and I just can't recommend these enough. Like, LG, we miss you. I know eventually I'm going to have to stop making LG videos just because obviously these devices are getting old. A lot of people aren't going to be wanting to see LG in 2024 because it's just gonna eventually, things are gonna come to pass and be like, okay, LG's gone, we have to move on. But until then, I'm gonna try to stretch out these videos as much as possible until all of these phones break down, die, can't charge anymore, no more security patches, they just don't work. I'm still gonna make videos on these. So thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to talk about using these LG devices in 2023, doing my little LG challenge. Is it possible? Yes, it is. Alright guys, so another quick reminder, I don't want you to forget about my giveaway that I am doing here on the channel. I am going to be giving away this LG V60 in white T-Mobile variant, unlocked, here on my channel. The link for that video will be posted down below. All you have to do is go to that certain video and comment on how much you want this phone, how much you love Sick Eric Tech, and one lucky winner will be receiving this LG V60 in white. Again, it is used, and that is another reason why I did buy a second LG device, is so I could give this one away and keep my other one and still have LG device, or still have an LG V60 to make videos on and still make content on a V60, just because I don't want to get rid of one. I still want to have an LG V60. So just another reminder, guys, don't forget about the giveaway on this white LG V60. The link to that video will be posted down below. Just go to that video and comment down below if you already haven't. And all you got to do is just be subscribed, be here in the US, and leave a comment. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you guys for watching again. LG in 2023, they shall go on. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Peace.